Okay, video for Edwina in Genesis. Oh my god, guys, I miss you so much, for real. Like, I remember before I left, I kicked it at Jenna's house, and Edwina came, and she gave me a present because we were at the library, and I forgot it. It wasn't my fault. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I forgot your present by the computers. But I saw it. It was so cute. I wish I wore it. I wish I brought it. It was like crossed, like the earrings were crossed and like the necklace or whatever. But tell me why in the video you guys made me was so funny. And it made me cry a little. But yeah, you guys are still the same. I am too. But tell me why the guys at my school are not cute at all. Like, I mean, the ones that the ones that like come after me or whatever. I'm not trying to like say that I pull or whatever, but like there's this guy, and like when I first came to the school, right, he was like, oh, what school did you come from? I'm like, oh, I came from Washington. I told them the story or whatever, and they asked me what I was, and I told them that I was Chamorro, like I'm from Guam, and they're like, what the fuck? Are you Asian? Like, where's that at? Whatever. And then there's this football player that like sat next to me in study hall, and he asked me if I got shipped here. I was like, because I told him Guam was on the island, and he was like, oh, how'd you get here? And he was like, oh, did you get shipped? And I was like, no. And yeah, I was just like, that was the dumbest fucking question anyone's ever asked me. But yeah. Anyways, I like this dude. Oh my god, he's so fucking sexy. But he's mixed, and I can't date mixed guys. I can only date people from Guam or like someone my color. I don't know, because my dad's just freaking racist. But I mean, I break the rules. I dated one mixed guy. Actually, I dated two. Yeah. But anyways, there's this dude, and I'm not gonna say his name, but like in the beginning of the school year, like he was like talking to me and stuff, and like I didn't know, like, I mean I knew, but I didn't want to say anything. But like my birthday's Saturday on the 8th, December 8th, and he was like talking to me last class, and he was saying like, oh, what are you gonna do for your birthday, da da da, like what do you want? And I was like, man, I don't even know. He goes, oh, okay. And I was like, why? And he was like, oh, because, you know, baby. And then he like looked and gave me that look. I was like, no. No. He's like, why? If you know what I'm talking about. And then I was like, because I'm not a hoe. I'm not going to be one of your bitches or whatever. And I just met you this year, so I don't even know. And we barely even talk, so. And then he was like, for real, you're not down? I'm like, no. He goes, you're not DTF? Oh my god. I was like, no. And then he was like, whatever, baby. I was like, oh my god. And then yeah, and then one night he called me, right, and he was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, nothing. I told him what I was doing, and then he was like, oh, trying to come over? I was like, I can't, I'm sick. He was like, wow, you're always making up excuses. And I'm just like, I swear to God, I'm sick. And he goes, I'm like, why, what were you planning to do or whatever? What were you planning, like, to, like, do when we hang out or whatever? And he was like, you know. And I was like, why can't you just tell me? Because I honestly had no clue at the time. And he was like, I was trying to get it in. I was like, oh my god. Guys over here, they're like, they're wet. They're wet to have sex. Like, it's so fucking crazy. I'm just like, no, I'm not like that. Like if you knew me, This is what I said. I was like, if you knew me, if you got to know who I was, you'd know that I'm not like that. Like, anyways, yeah. But Edwina was telling me, I was texting Edwina yesterday, and she told me about how Janet is dating some football player named Zach Trey, some Viade, or I don't know, starts with a V or a T or something. And I was like, what, Janet? And then she told me he was Samoan. I was like, Janet is dating a Samoan? Shoot, I'm trying to date a Samoan. Anyways, yeah. You guys should tell me about boys and stuff over there. I mean, Jenna be telling me about some, um, I think Roberts or something. I don't know. I forget. Well, because she won't text me and stuff. And, yeah. But, like, I'm taking a class. I'm taking one honors class over here. And, it's English, honors English. They be asking too much. Like my last, the last project I got, I haven't even started it. I have to read this, like, she gave us, like, 4 pages of, a list of books that I have to pick up. Oh my god. I looked at all the books. They were freaking huge. I'm like, I don't read. But anyways, tell me why I can play the ukulele. I mean, I've been, but I'm so much better than I was last year at Ferrucci. But, dude, I miss you guys so much. Oh my god, I miss the crew for real. You guys forever, like, had me dying and stuff. And, this video is, holy 7 minutes. But, I don't know what to say. This is so weird. I'm talking to myself. Oh my god, okay, there's this dude. And I'm just gonna say it because you don't really know him. His name's Jordan. Jordan Hilton or something. And, like, when I first seen him, right, my friend was like, oh, do you think he's cute? And I'm like, who? And then she showed me him or whatever, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, he's super cute. And, yeah, and then somehow that got around because, like, I talked to him, I was like, hey, what are you? Whatever, and, like, what ethnicity are you? And he told me he was mixed. I was like, what the fuck is that? Because everyone's mixed nowadays. And he was like, oh, my dad's white and black and my mom's from Thailand. I was like, oh, so you're Thai and mixed or whatever? And he was like, yeah. And then I was like, oh, you look Filipino. And he was like, oh, no, I'm not. But anyways, yeah. And, anyways, there was, like, some girl that I, like, barely even talked to. I just knew her from my friend. And she messaged him on Facebook and tried to ask him to take me to, homecoming? Yeah, homecoming. I was like, I'm not going to homecoming at all this year because I just moved here and I don't know anybody like that. And, she told him that I was super wet for him. And wet over here means that, like, oh, you're wet for him, like, you're sprung, or whatever, or, like, you're desperate, or whatever, to get with him, or, like, you, like, hella like him, or whatever, like, with you and that dude at the dance, he was super wet for you. Anyways, yeah, they tried to say that, I was super wet for Jordan, and I was just like, not really, I just thought he was super cute. So, get it right. And, I mean, I didn't say that to the girl, but I was just like, I just asked her, like, why she said that. Like, why you're talking to him about me, because we don't even talk. And she was like, oh, well, I thought you wanted to go to homecoming with them. Like, no, people were just trying to hook me up because they wanted me to go with them. I was like, so you should probably, tell him that I'm not wet for him because he thinks I'm super wet for him when I'm not. And she was like, okay. And then I find out she didn't, and he still thinks I do. So I went up to him and told him that I didn't. Well, like, I hung out with my friends after school once, and we were smoking weed, and he was there, and I was like, I told him, I was like, so people are telling me that you think I'm wet for you, and that you think that I want to go to homecoming with you. And he was like, why are people trying to, and I was like, well, so it's true. And he was like, well, yeah, because, I mean, people are saying that you were and stuff like that. I was like, to be honest, like, I guess I kind of was, but I wasn't. But I just, I told her that, because he's friends with my friend that asked me if he was cute. I was like, care to ask me if you were cute, if I thought you were cute. And I said, yeah, because you are. And he was like, oh, thanks. And I was like, well, I'm not, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm just trying to tell you that I'm not super wet for you. I just thought you were cute. He was like, oh, yeah, okay. And then he was like, but I be telling everybody wet when they're not. I'm like, well, you need to stop doing that because I didn't even know you. And he was like, oh, okay. But anyways, yeah, that was a long-ass story. Oh, and this is, dude, he's so fucking funny. His name's Eric, and he's forever, like, making me laugh, like, because he's, like, my neighbor, and, like, we'll hang out and stuff, and, he'll, like, one time he asked me where I was from, right, and I was like, oh, I'm Chamorro, I'm from Guam, and he was like, Guam? Are you sure? And I was like, yeah, Guam, Guam, and he was like, oh, alright, so he takes out his phone and looks it up, right, and I left, and he was like, I'll hit you up tomorrow, and then, during study hall, we were talking, and he was like, there is, something thousand people on the island of Guam, and he told me the population and, like, the city and stuff like that. I was like, oh my god, this guy. Anyways, damn, this thing is 12 freaking minutes. Okay. I'm trying to get to something. Yeah, my life over here is not kicking. It's not. I really want to go back to Washington. I really want things to get better over here because shit is dead as fuck. But I hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving, and I hope you have a good Christmas, and I love you guys so much, and oh, I'm so proud of you guys that you guys are on the step team, because Edwina told me you were. I miss Kia and Zaymod, and Zaymod and Kia. I don't know who else to say.